Hey everybody, it's Jim Gunners from G2H Company, just picking up where we left off. So now we're going to talk about how to create a new property. You just downloaded the templates. We walked through how to get to your account information and how to navigate through your account page. You downloaded the templates, you filled them with information, and now we want to see, okay, so how do I add a property? So I've got a bunch of properties here, so I might not actually add a property, but the process is essentially the same. You come over here, you click create a property, and then you add in your property name, address, city, state, and zip code. The city, state, and zip are the unique aspects of this. And you can have a bunch of properties with the same property name, but they all have to have different addresses. And so I got to try to get this a little higher to me. So they all have to have different addresses. So you'll go through, add the property, create a new property record, and then you'll jump over here to operating statement. And I'll just go ahead and drop one in here. I'm going to go dummy property. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, dummy property street in Orlando, Florida, 32804. Okay. And I'll create a property. So that's great. Look, it says property record created successfully. Great. So now I'm going to go to the operating statement, which we just downloaded the templates. And you have an opportunity now to upload an operating statement for the property, and the system is going to help you consolidate it and categorize all of the different accounts, right? So the one thing to remember is make sure you add a unique instance name. So I'm going to go this dummy testing 3. And I'll show you why that's important in a second, but just make sure you put in something that you're going to recognize, right? Like I would say dummy property underwriting version 1, version 2, version 3. Because one of the big things about the software is you could come back and underwrite these deals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50, 100 times, doesn't matter. And it's all attached to the specific property record. So what you want to do, I'll just grab this T12 template and just drop it right in here. Okay. And so that's going to spit out this. Right. And you'll see all of these various income and expense line items. And again, it was the template. So a lot of them are already the consolidated categories, but you can see there's $170,000 difference. And so what is that attributable to? Right. So the system is going to come in here and try to categorize these the best that it can. And as you do more and more deals, it will get smarter and smarter because you just want to save all your mappings, and it'll kind of learn where you put things, where you don't put things. And it'll kind of try to mimic your style to some extent, but it's no AI, just all good logic and just kind of weighting choices, right? So like if you see potential market rent and you've seen potential market rent 1,000 times, and every time you market potential market rent, that's what the system is going to default to. So why would there be a difference, right? So why would there be a difference in the calculated NOI and the stated NOI? Well, because when you're categorizing these accounts, what you're really doing is grouping all of these accounts together. And so in a real T12, there will be things like repair and maintenance. And within the repair and maintenance kind of main property category, there'll be maybe 20 or 30 various line items. And so now instead of categorizing and looking at like how much it costs for paintbrushes and nails, you're just adding all of those things together into one mainline repair and maintenance category. And as long as you're consistent in your application, which the system, tries to help you be consistent in your application, it creates an environment where it's very easy to compare properties to each other because you have all of this stuff in the same format for all the properties all the time. So you're going to go through here until like net market rent, economic vacancy, vacancy, concessions, non-rev, bad debt. But then here we have total economic vacancy. This is a total row. We already have all the economic vacancies categorized. So this needs to be omitted, right? So we don't need that. So that's gone. And you'll see if you go down here, now it made, I think I clicked the wrong one. Yes, I did. Okay, so bad debt, this needs to go to bad debt. I actually omitted it. So economic vacancy, you're going to want to omit that. And so you'll come down here and you'll see we got a lot closer, but we still need to find $89,000. Where is the $89,000, right? So then other income, that's fine. Utility reimbursements, cable, internet, cable, parking, storage, washer, dryer, washer. Okay, here we go. Total other income. This needs to go. Other income is a line item in ours. System, actually, it needs to be, let's see, total other income. It needs to be categorized as the total row, not the individual other income line. So that's a total other income line. And so now the difference has gone up again. So what is going on? And then this is categorized as turnover make ready. So that's not right. We're going to want to be non-controllable expenses. This is total expenses. This is nothing. We can omit it. That's NOI. That's capital reserves. It's NOI after reserves. And you see we get down here, we have a difference of $0. And this operating statement has been effectively categorized. We can save the financials to the database. And then we're going to save all the mappings to the database. You can download it to Excel if you want to. You can look at all these nice, pretty cards and get all this information. But what you're going to want to do now is go to the rent roll. Again, we've got a little rent roll template here. Okay, look, this is great. Gives you a little unit mix. We want to save that to the database. You can export that to Excel if you want as well. But then you get the meat and potatoes. And so this is the review data page. So this is where you will actually come and see some of the information about the property. So we have a large chart here where you can add up to 5 different metrics and it'll map it out. These are our company colors, but you can change the colors to be whatever you want. And then down here, there are some smaller charts that you can whatever, reorganize in whichever way that you feel is appropriate. And they function, more or less the same, where you just go here and you add metrics in and then you could see them on the chart. Again, if you click here, you can change the color of the bubbles. And this way, if you want to have some different metrics that don't necessarily all fit on this same line very easily, you could do that. This gives you some unit mix information. Let's expand this chart. So again, you can expand all these charts too if you'd like. And this just gives you some general information about that. And then again, this is just a bar chart. So like if you would rather see things in a bar chart instead of a line graph or whatever, you could do that as well. That is really start to finish how you get through a deal. And use the templates, get to the review data tab, look at the KPIs, and get that cooking. So thanks a lot, guys.